Good morning. We just left our caravan park in Broome after a week. We stayed at the RAC park at Cable Beach, and it was a really nice stay for a week there. But we're on our way out now. We're just about to turn up Cape Leveque Road, and our destination today is Pender Bay, where we're going to be staying for a few days. So let's hit the road. I'm guessing those drive times would be prior to sealing the road up to Cape Leveque. Saying it magically happens is probably a lot further from the truth. We're about 160k from our camp in Broome, and we've come up the Cape Leveque Road. It's dead calm out here, just realised. But yeah, this is where we turn off the bitumen and head down towards Pender Bay. The road to Middle Lagoon and a couple of other places. But it doesn't actually have a sign that says Pender Bay. 33 kilometres. Now we've been warned that the road's narrow in spots, so the advice was to go in a bit later so that you miss the traffic that's leaving from the morning. Now it's nearly 11 now, so I'm guessing the 10 o'clock checkout time. Now it's only 33k. I reckon most of them should have got out by now, hopefully. But if we meet one head to head, one of us has to back up. So try to avoid that. You just go in a bit later, and the advice at the campground is to leave a bit earlier so that we don't have this problem. But we only read this on Wikicamp, so we don't know whether it's actual fact or not, but we'll soon find out. Noel Meringue's down this road as well, and also Smithy's seaside camp. We might drop some pressures and get on the way. Just dropped all our tyre pressures. Just we don't really know what to expect on this track yet, so rather than have to muck around halfway down it, we'll drop it just to about 30 or something before we head in there, just to make it a little bit more comfortable. Alright, on our way to Pender Bay. That rhymes. Still on the road from the bitumen towards Pender Bay. It's just called on the GPS Unsealed Road near Dampier Peninsula. It's about as much information as you get. It is getting a bit narrow. We have had to move over and pull up to let oncoming vehicles pass occasionally, but there's been enough room to do that, so it's not really a big problem. There's a bit of room there. If you run over right over to the left, and you should be able to get another vehicle pass the other way. Still on the track to Pender Bay. This is the turn off here now to Mercedes Cove. The instructions were to take that, and that's it. The road to Middle Lagoon, nature's hideaway. Mercedes Cove, 6 kilometres, so we must nearly be there. Track's pretty sandy, but it's not really hard. Really easy going. Even the corrugations aren't too bad at the moment. Well, we're not getting there standing around here. Finally, they've left us a sign. Pender Bay Escape. Sounds a bit posh. Ain't it always the way? You stop to take a picture on a single lane, narrow dirt track into Pender Bay. It's like peak hour. There were cars everywhere. Well, there was one. But guess who was in the way? You. Anyway, got me picture. That's all that matters. while we're on the topic, if you like our videos and you like what we do and you want to see more of it, why not subscribe? I mean, I'm not sure the exact figure at the moment, but I think about 70% of our viewers aren't subscribers. I really appreciate the other 30%. Thank you very much. But if you want to support us, feel free. It doesn't cost you anything. And it means that we can see how many people really appreciate what we do, and it sort of encourages us to go and do more, because there's a lot of work goes into putting these videos together, a lot of editing time. So it just feels good to know that people are really interested in what we're doing, and it gives us a reason to keep it up. Pender Bay Escape, 3 kilometres. So the road in wasn't hard at all. There's quite a few opportunities to pass oncoming vehicles. Although on Wikicamps it does say that that's not the case, but I didn't find it hard at all. We passed quite a few coming out as we were coming in, and there was always somewhere for one of us to move over the side and let the other pass. So don't stress too much about that if you do see it. But here we go, 3 kilometres to Pender Bay. What are you doing?
Sitting here in the cool.
I know, and
Hey.
I'm out there doing my bloody job.
Wow, you'll be right.
Yeah. 3k, Pender Bay. Well, we've just checked in at Pender Bay, and we're driving down to our site, number C12, C7, C20.
C20 is there, so we're...
We've got to go down C7, do we?
No. C20 is there, so we're further to... Oh, we're here.
Yeah.
C10, C11, C12 up the top.
We're on C12 at Pender Bay, as you can see, and that's pretty much one of our views. That's the other. There's our setup there. Now, that just magically sets up, you know, without any trouble or hassles or anything. It just happens, because we never show you the setting up time. But I don't know, what's that take us? 20 minutes?
Nice,
Yeah. Saying it magically happens is probably a lot further from the truth. Oh, it's not so bad, the setting up, and it's pretty easy. It's very easy actually. I like this van for that reason. But it's about 35 degrees and we're in direct sun, so yeah, it was a hot job. I think there must be a beer in the fridge with my name on it somewhere, and possibly yours as well.
I don't drink beer.
Oh, we'll have to start. This is beer drinking weather. Not too shabby either. I think 3 days here is going to be just nice. I might wander down and have a bit of a dip. We've got pastizzis in the Travel Buddy, so that's what we're having for lunch. Oh, I'm not going to open that, I'll get in trouble with the cook. I better leave it alone. Your battery's charged. It's going to be tough staring at that sunrise to sunset. Pender Bay. Morning. Day 2 at Pender Bay Escape. We're just on a walk around the point that you have to do at low tide to get to the rock pool. It's about 6:30 in the morning. It's already pretty warm. This walk's about 850 metres. We've seen a few people on YouTube or whatever doing this and turning back, saying it was a bit hard, the rocks were slippery, or I don't know. We haven't got there yet, so I don't know whether that'll be the case or not, but we're staying up near the cliffs where the rocks are not often wet, or they probably are at high tide, but they're not as slippery, definitely not. We're probably going about 6.5 metres. I don't know. It is hard going. Still a fair way to go. As we're walking along, crabs are darting around, hiding behind rocks. I'm pretty sure it's just around this point. And then we'll get around there and there'll be another stretch. But anyway, it doesn't seem too hard. Bit of rock scrambling. Yeah, it's definitely less slippery higher up on the beach, up towards the cliffs, if you don't like the slippery rocks. So I told you there'd be another point. We're getting there though. The colours along there. Little tiny crabs. Every now and then you get a little patch of sand, a little bit of relief from the rock scrambling. But oh, it's starting to get warm out here. But I reckon it might just be around this next point. But every time I've said that, there's been another point. Still, the scenery is pretty spectacular. There's some fossils in the rock here. I don't know what they are. They look like bones or skeletons or something. Or vegetation. I don't know. Hard to tell. We've walked all this way and we're not sure where we are exactly in the whole walk. Do we go around this point? I'm beginning to wonder whether we've actually missed it. But anyway, we'll keep going. Don't give up that easily. Well, finally, after a bit of searching, here it is. And I think the problem was we were in around the back. But I'm getting in, having a swim. All right.
Beautiful.
Bit cold in here.
Nice.
It's easy to walk right past this. We
We were lower.
we were a little further down and we missed it. But very good. That's right. I'm refreshed now. We'll have some smoko. Hey? What's that? Please don't do that.
There's one in the hole. One in the hole as well.
Probably lots of little crabs and things in here.
Yes.
I don't know what these things are. Alright, let's let these other people get in. They can have it. We found it. That's all we wanted to do. Now for the long walk back. Well, when you come down along the beach and you see these sort of 3 pinnacle things, or 4 pinnacles, or whatever you want to call them, it's just inside there. That's where the rock pool is. So you've got to work your way into there and find it in there. We're going to find a shady spot and have some smoko, and then start our walk back to camp. I'm really pleased we achieved this. Was a little bit concerned. It is a rather difficult walk. It gets harder the further you go, but it's not impossible. I mean, if this old bugger can do it, anyone can. Here's our smoko point. Little archway just along the beach before you get to the rock pool, because obviously we're on our way back to camp now. We're going to pull up stumps for a second and have some refreshments, eh, Dal? You know, sitting under here in the shade and looking at all these fallen rocks here, you got to wonder. Let's hope this sort of erosion doesn't happen while we're sitting under here. Wow, it says 850 metres. 850 metres of rock scrambling in relentless sun, which is belting down on us. But not a really hard walk, but a lot of rock climbing, a lot of rock scrambling. Some of the rocks are a bit slippery. Not too bad though. If you're aware of it and you take it easy, you shouldn't have a problem. And then when you get to the pool, there's a bit of a search to find it. The problem was we were concentrating on our footing so much, we didn't look around and missed it. But anyway, it's worth the walk. It's reasonably hard, but yeah, really nice. The coastline there is just beautiful. It's amazing. So if you ever come to Pender Bay, make the effort and do the walk down to the rock pool.
Low tide.
Yeah, at low tide, of course. Yeah, but yeah, it's certainly an experience. That's all I can say. Anyway, time to have a rest. Ciao. Day 3 of our stay at Pender Bay Escape, and we've taken a drive down to Middle Lagoon. How far away is it? It's only like 10k away or 9k or something. Yeah. It's not far away, and mainly because the only place on the whole Dampier Peninsula up here that has a dump point, and you can do a day visit at Middle Lagoon, because all these areas are private, but a day visit at Middle Lagoon camping area or caravan park, whatever you want to call it, costs you $10, and that gets you in and you can have a look around and use the facilities and check the place out. And there is a shop here, and we actually ran out of bread, so that was convenient. They had some frozen bread, we bought that, so that's good. And other than that, it's quite a nice spot. The sides are all grassed, well, most of them are grass. The cliff edge ones aren't, and yeah, it's a nice spot. So there's another one to look at if you're in this area, Middle Lagoon. Still at Middle Lagoon, we're just up at one of the lookouts again over the bay behind me there. I don't know if you can see that, I'll show you in a minute. But these are the eco huts they have here. Not that we're staying in one of them, although it looks like we are. Cane crusher. And there's obviously a bed and basic table and that in there. Bit of a surf at this point. Back at Pender Bay Escape, it's very flat most of the time that we've been there anyway. Certainly no surf. Nice beach though, that one. $10 for a day visit for a quick look, a quick drive, a quick sim. Regardless of any excuse, day visit is $10 per vehicle. Morning. We're just on the road out of Pender Bay Escape after 3 days there. We left it pretty early. It's only just coming up on 8 o'clock now. Good chance we won't meet anybody coming the other way that way. The track does get a little bit narrow at spots, but it's not impossible to pass people if you have to. We're on our way up to Gumbannon now, and we've got 3 or 4 days there, so once we get off this dirt here, it's only about another 10k or something, we'll hit the bitumen, we'll have to air up again.
Just about to hit the bitumen again, heading up to Gumbannon for the next 3 days, so we need to pump up our tyres, both car and caravan.